Umizoomi!
1, 2, 3, 4, Umizoomi! Team Umizoomi, yeah. It was a really great show at Nickelodeon at the time, and it was one of my favorites as a kid.
Yeah, mine too. Like, one of my favorite Nick Jr. shows is like the bomb back then.
Yeah, this show like really taught me a lot, especially education-wise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of great episodes and characters. It really sparked my life.
Yeah, you ever seen the one with the milk? You know, where it was showing how chocolate.
Yes, I was just about to point that out. Where everyone was like out of milk, and they had to find out why it was delayed. Find out the farm was sick, and man, that was just an awesome episode.
It was like my favorite one.
Yeah, that's like one of my first episodes I've watched of Team Umizoomi.
Let's see, what other ones were there? If I could like elaborate with this. I do remember this one, but I'm just checking if it's the right one. Oh, remember that time Millie had to help her human friend, find her butterfly wings for her play?
I think I have, but it's been a while, but it sounds familiar.
And what do you call it? There was some episodes, yeah. Of course with Geo. Remember his enemy Shape Bandit?
I heard of him, but I don't watch it that much to know who he is, but tell me more about him.
So you know about Geo's belt, right, with the shapes?
Well, of course, who doesn't? That's the best part about him.
Well, there are times where he can steal, Geo's belt and everything. So, he can make his ships into, evil things that come across him.
I see.
Let's see here. What other ones were there? Christian, what? Oh, have you seen the one with Gordon Ramsay?
Well, there wasn't really an episode, but I did see that video on YouTube where they made, a cake for him. He actually liked it.
Do you remember the picnic episode?
What's the picnic episode?
So basically, Millie, Geo, and Bob were packing, healthy snacks for a picnic when their friend Anna finds out her lunchbox is missing everything. So basically, they had to bring new food to her and everything else so they could save the picnic. Yeah. You remember the zoo episode?
What's this zoo episode?
Where a baby panda bear got out of his cage and trying to get back to the cage, but they have an awesome adventure.
Have you seen the one where they have a race against the blue dump truck?
Yeah.
Was it Big Truck or I can't remember what his name.
Hold on, let me find it. Oh yeah, it was called Dump Truck. That's the legit name.
Okay, Roger. Car.
Oh yes, and I like how in the early episodes he didn't really have eyes, and now he has eyes and a mouth.
Oh yeah, you're right. Because I did notice that. It's just like a plain old car, but I wonder what gave him the idea to make him sentient. Maybe to give him more character. But I'm glad they did that. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, you know what that kind of reminds me of? Mickey Mouse Clubhouse with Toodles.
Yeah, because, he never had, eyes or mouth or never spoke, but in later episodes, he is sentient enough and is voiced by Ron Paulson.
Yeah. Oh, Toodles. Oh, Toodles. Yeah, good memories, but back with Team Umizoomi. It was, especially, the commercials and everything else about, next up is Team Umizoomi, and it would show the characters and everything else. That was awesome.
Yeah. And who could forget, their... Well, I wouldn't say antagonist, but it's sort of antagonist, Dormouse.
Yes, who could forget about Dormouse? Yeah, just coming, in some of the episodes, but goddamn, he's just everywhere at this point.
Yeah. I really never seen the special, but have you seen the one where they try to rescue this blue mermaid, being captured by this squid?
Blue Mermaid. Yeah, I'm trying to remember that too. I think I saw that once, but I know which one you're talking about.
And while performing it, I forgot whose plays as her, but she's like a singer, and the team Umizoomi was like listening to her sing in the recording booth.
Now, do you remember the Troublemakers?
I'm sorry, you're glitching out. What are you saying?
Do you remember the like one of their villains, the two of them, the Troublemakers?
Yeah, I hate those guys. And I found out they're likely inspired by Waluigi and Wario.
Huh. It's funny because their colors are orange and blue, and while they're purple and yellow, But still, and the fact that they have their own car with, a face and everything else, like, that's pretty clever of them.
Yeah, but I hated them. I don't remember how I got used to them, but yeah, I didn't really have a fun with them. What else? It was like a good sunny day at the park, but the water, the fountain was like not working, so I had to figure out what was causing it, and they like fixed it.
Yeah. Oh, that was pretty cool. Do you remember the carnival episode?
What's that one about?
Well, hence the name, the carnival. But I remember there was a dinosaur there for some reason.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. What other ones can I say? But what I also like, okay, we explained Geo's, like, power and everything, but let's explain, like, more of Millie and bots. Like, you want to explain Millie's?
Of course, it's easy. Like, whenever there's like a puzzle or something, which is like a saying one, she has the specific pattern on her dress magically, and then he's muted. God darn it.
No. You could have like done it without me. I was just doing something. Go ahead.
Okay. But yeah, whenever she finds a missing piece of the pattern, she takes one off her dress like a sticker and latches it onto the missing piece. And then she fixes up the puzzle by shouting out pattern power. And then, it starts working again. That's like the best thing I like about Millie as a kid because of those kinds of powers. So that's why she was my favorite character as a kid. So, what are your thoughts about Millie, Blitz?
Yeah, she's really cool, especially, what you just mentioned, but especially her powers and everything else. And, she's just a sweet, little girl, especially with Geo being, like, a good boy. And, like, helping them out as their friend bots.
Yeah, and the fact that it's rare to see her without her helmet, but, of course, it did show her and Geo without their helmet, and their the latest intro where, like, they show them put it on. So that's, very rare.
Yeah. Well, yeah, with bots, always having tools in hand, especially his, he has a screen in his, like, stomach and everything, shows, like, everything and, like, everybody. I think that was really clever.
Yeah, especially, like, at his own segment called, How Does This So-and-so Work? I really like that.
Yeah, it was just awesome. Let's see, better good ones I could find for the episodes. Like, do you remember any other episodes?
I am rusty with the episodes. I need to find my own DVD of Team Umizoomi so I can relive my childhood past.
I get you, I can explain more, but, that's the ones I remember from my childhood as well. But yeah, truly one of the best from, like, Nickelodeon at the time, especially watching it in the mornings and everything else, it's really cool. And that's about it from, like, the episodes and everything else.
Mine too.
Okay, yeah. So with the cast, it was like, yeah, some of them and you don't. Okay, one of them I knew was Bot's voice actor. And I was really surprised about this. Like, as a kid, I was like, no way. It was the actor, Donovan Patton, who played Joe from, Blue's Clues.
I thought it's so shocking. I would have never, ever knew that because I didn't know the guy's real name. But growing up, I like now hearing the voice, it's like, that's just bizarre.
Yeah. Huh. Because doing, like, two good, like, roles from kids shows, it's really something.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. And the fact that this is his very first voice role, I'm very proud of him.
Yeah. And of course, let's see here. Let's see. Of course, with Gio and Millie have like multiple voice actors in the past, you know. You know how it is. But I know that you might not know him, but there was also Jason Harris.
Jason Harris, explain.
He played Chad in KND.
Oh, whoa.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And he actually he said both of the Troublemakers, both of them.
Oh? Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was but one dude.
Because we're all dudes, eh?
Hey,
Good.
I'm a dude. She's a dude. He's a dude. Because we're all dudes.
Yeah, it was truly something. Let's see. What are the ones that I can remember? Okay, other than yeah. Let's see. Okay, I'm going back. Apparently there was Andrea Lemon.
Huh? Andrea Lemon? What the huh? Okay,
Yeah.
how was she in the show?
Alright, if I'm going back, let me go here. Let's see here. She played a character named Stella, but it's not showing a picture here, but it's really cool that she was on the show.
Huh, that's a total shocker. Huh, well, go for her then.
Yeah. And I know there was also Chris Phillips who voiced it. He was one of the voices of, what was it? If I go back here again. And dang. I mean, there was a lot of cast members that I'm familiar with and some I'm not with.
Well, none of us are like familiar with some of the cast of the show, but they still did a pretty good job nonetheless.
Oh, yeah. So Chris Phillips, yeah, he was one of the voices of Dormouse. And let's see here. Who else can I say for this? Oh, yeah, there was P.T. Walkley who played Shape Bennett in the Umi car.
Umi car.
That's always a good time. There was also like additional voices like Mark Thompson.
Mark Thompson. Huh.
Yeah. Let's see here. Let's see. Even though I didn't see the episode for her, apparently Sky Jackson appeared in one episode in 2010.
Was it voice-wise, or did she appear by herself?
I think she appeared by herself, but it just shows that.
Well, that's cool.
Who else is here? I'm just checking. Nobody that I'm familiar with, once again. Oh, okay, I know. Cool. But yeah, with the cast, yes, it was a pretty interesting cast, especially, one of the few ones that, like, child actors played throughout the characters. Well, except for Bot, of course, but still, I really appreciate them.
I do too, indeed. It's really awesome for adult actors and kid actors like working together to create this awesome show.
Exactly. And now to the final thoughts. My final thoughts. Yes, as I said before, it was one of my favorites from Nick Jr. at the time, you know. It was just something about it because education shows and all that. That's what I liked, you know. While it could be fun, it could be also teaching to you.
Yes, I agree with that. And for this being part of my childhood and that being awesome, I give it an infinity.
Same here, man. Same here.